a devious plan that this player, spawning at the left corner, wanted to be in the left corner. That's why he just pretended not to be there.
Maybe.
It is 80, this game sucks.
And his opponent in the top right is going to be, once again, from EC Visualize. It's Rainman, the green Zerg. Now, regarding this map, it's, you know, most of the time what I see on this map happen is huge roach wars. Because Mutalisks are not really that effective on this map. The travel distances are really short. If you have control of Zelnaga watchtowers, then basically you cannot take a bad engagement ever. And, you know, macro plays with primarily roach-based armies are prevalent here on this map in ZVZ. So I wouldn't be surprised too much if both of these guys opened, or at least one of them opened with a 4-queen opening without gases.
Yep, that could definitely be the case.
Yeah, into straight up roaches.
I mean, in ZVZ there has been a lot of changing, of course, during HOTS. First it was just a Muta mess, and now it's a little bit back to what it used to be in Wings of Liberty. I feel like you see a lot of roach play, infestor play, but it's harder to utilize because the infestors are a little bit harder to play around with. And you don't see that many of the new units in the Zerg matchup. You don't see that much use.
Sometimes you do see swarm hosts being used.
Yeah, you do, but not that often though. In my experience anyway. So it's very much the way it was in Wings of Liberty. But we're gonna have to find out together. As both players right now are making a pretty much identical build.
Yeah, and I can see already that Rainman is making an Overlord, so he's preparing to build a lot of lings, whereas we have an Extractor going down for This Game Sucks because he did skip that Overlord. He's going to be building it only just now, so he's going for a faster speed here. He might go for early aggression here with lings, Banelings. Once he scouts that his opponent actually has no gases, he might try and go for this. Because, of course, Rainman, with that gasless opening, he's going to be relying on a wall-off and spine crawlers for defense until he gets his roaches out, if this is what he decides to do. At this point, This Game Sucks knows that there are no gases. He turns his Overlord around, and let's see what his gas usage is going to be. He's getting 2 queens. Now, he could try and go for something like inject once at both hatcheries and then just flood speedlings.
Yeah, but he has to start researching speed pretty soon then. The 100 gas is in right now, and yep, he starts researching.
There it is. Now let's see how many drones he pulls off.
No, he keeps them in for now.
Wow. Wow.
That would be a tell.
But
Rainman is gonna see this though.
He is going to see this. He sees all the drones in the Extractor. He sees the pull working. So he knows a link flood is an option. He also knows that a Muta follow-up might be continuing off of this, since he did continue mining. And right now Rainman is taking his Extractors at the 5-minute mark. He's getting the Spine Crawler, but what he really needs to get are also Evolution Chambers here. And there's the Baneling Nest for This Game Suck, and once these larvae pop, I expect him to start building nothing but lings. He's making only 1 Overlord so far. That's not... Okay, he needs a second Overlord if he wants to do this, if he wants to be aggressive. No, it's going to be a lair, so probably going to go up into Mutas, but aggression is still not out of the question.
But I think it's probably gonna be Mutas. If it's so, then he should be taking his gas in his natural expansion as well pretty soon. This does mean that Rainman had a pretty good opening though. I mean, he's adding the Evo Chambers and the Roach Swarm right now, but he's been very high on economy. He's been making a lot of queens, getting a lot of drones. And I think his opener's very solid, but we're gonna have to see. If he scouts out that his opponent's gonna do Mutas, he can just add a few spores and make a good counter push.
I mean, he has to know this. This looks like a Muta build because he's got the Overlord here at the front of the natural, and he only saw 2 lings moving out. Now this could be a fake out by This Game Suck if he wanted to go for a huge attack, but it's a little bit too late for that, and Rainman probably knows it. Now the weakness of the Muta build, which this is exactly what it looks like, One of the chief weaknesses is that your opponent can do a timing with roaches or just hit you very hard with roaches off of 2 bases and try and take a 3rd base behind that. And you have very little to defend. Lings are not very effective versus roaches. Banelings is the same story. Because roaches are very high on hit points, and we see the first 5 roaches in production, and also 20 lings on the side of ThisGameSuck, as he's trying to use pressure to secure his 3rd base, which he really needs because of the gases. But non-stop roach production still from Rainman. He's going for it.
And this could be very scary because even with Mutas out, it's very hard to kill off the roaches. He doesn't have any static defense right now. He's gonna make some circlings, try and deny that 3rd base from Rainman, but if the roaches just come in huge numbers and start pushing across the map, there might be nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, he'll abandon the plan for now, but I still think he might have tried to cancel the base. He would probably have been successful as well, but he would lose a lot of lings doing that. And the Spire is just about to finish. He's trying to go for a 2-pronged attack, harassing the 3rd base, pulling the army out of position while trying to stream successfully, might I add, into the main base.
Oh,
he's going to get the queen in the very least.
This is very scary for Rainman. The queen does go down. He's gonna lose a lot of drones here as well. If it's he's going for it. There's only 2-3 roaches to defend there. That's not the best situation. And
Rainman will take some damage here with the queen being taken out in the main base. That's the only anti-air for the main base. 8 Mutalisks are on the way, and there is no anti-air anywhere because Rainman is playing pure roach style army for the time being. He did not build.
But he is pushing across the map here, Bell. And is there enough to hold for this game?
I mean, I don't know. This is a lot of roaches, and it takes quite some time for Mutalisks to kill roaches. But there are links to help out.
Okay.
Oh, great maneuver there by ThisGameSuck, blocking the roaches' advance so that they cannot get at the drone line, which is the most important thing for ThisGameSuck right now. And he's getting a pretty good engagement here. Defending well, he has the Mutalisks.
He is adding a lot of spore crawlers to the backup on his main base. He is in the mineral line of ThisGameSuck with some roaches doing some damage over there. And it's a very aggressive game from both players, but I think it's going to even out a little bit here.
Yeah, it is going to even out, but ThisGameSuck still retains a faster 3rd base than Rainman, and still has a little bit of a drone lead. And just if you notice, the +1 carapace in the Spire has never been queued up, so this means that probably TGS will move into roach aggression from this, while his opponent frantically in panic tries to transition into anti-air defense, into infestors. In fact, we already see pathogen glands being researched, and these mutas are going to keep Rainman busy while TGS masses up a huge roach army. Now, he is going to be behind on upgrades, that is true, and this is the biggest thing that Rainman has going for him, these double evolution chambers, because roaches become ridiculously strong once the 2-2 hits.
Yeah, but I mean, he has to keep the mutas alive, has to contain his opponent a little bit with them, has to know exactly what's going on. He can start making roaches of his own. He is in a good position at that point, except like you mentioned, with the upward, but he's also gonna add a Hydralist then, so he's gonna make
pretty much has to
with Hydras, But the fungals from Rainman are still gonna be very good against roach-based army. But can he cancel these upwards? That would be a good move, but no.
Well, if he could get one of those evolution chambers, that would be a huge pickup. This is the explanation behind the Hydras. Basically, he knows he's behind an upgrade, so he needs to add DPS to his army as fast as possible. His opponent is going to have infestors, and we're going to have a very well. It can be difficult for TGS to take engagements versus opponent from this point on, until he equalizes on the upgrade front. That is where the mutas become really useful in map control. And he's going to see every single move out of his opponent. Oh, look at how Rainman is hiding these infestors in the bushes.
So good from him. And there's gonna be a little bit of harassment here with the mutas, but he has to be careful.
Oh!
He catches all of the mutalisks over there. Oh, poor ThisGameSuck. He's probably shouting words that equal his name right now.
Yeah, this was a huge loss for TGS, not only in terms of gas, but also in terms of map control and what he can do. Look at the army disparity here: 90 supply for Rainman, 75 for TGS, and he needs to start producing units, like right now. A lot of roaches. He's getting pathogen glands of his own, but having this many hydras, that's not going to help him, and it's going to help him even less once the fungals land on them. He really needs some meat in this army. He is moving into swarm hosts behind this. See, what did I tell you?
Yep, you do see them. He heard me say that, and he's like, I'm gonna prove him wrong. But this engagement's actually not going that bad for this game sucks. But there are some infests, but they don't have any energy. So the concave is gonna decide here, with the hydras doing a lot of damage as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna hold for now, and swarm hosts are also gonna be added onto this composition.
And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Ultralisks or maybe even Rainman going for a Spire and try to get Broodlords out.
Yeah.
But there are no more swarm hosts coming out.
Great again. He's gonna lose all of those queens. He's gonna lose all of those roaches, and now we also have infestor from This Game Sucks, and this game is turning around by 2 bad engagements right here.
Yeah, it is. GG.
Huh?
Good night. Called from Rainman.